I was able to make more than double the amount that I made last week thanks to a little bit of, okay, that's a lie, thanks to a lot of hard work and dedication. So I'm going to be sharing what sold this week as well as tips and tricks on what I did to double my sales from last week. Stay tuned.
Won't nobody love you the way they should. Won't nobody check up on you, make sure you're good. Won't nobody check those body tremors for your neck.
Hey everyone, my name is Becky Park and I am a part-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. And when I'm not reselling, I am a full-time high school choir teacher. I also am a mom to 2 kids, and I'm very involved at church, and I just have a lot of other things going on. So when I say that reselling is part-time, it really isn't something that I'm able to invest that much time doing, but it is something that I have been doing for almost 2 years now, and I do really enjoy that additional income that comes into my bank account thanks to the efforts that I put into my reselling business. So if this is your first time checking out my channel, welcome. And what sold videos are something that I do once a week. I like to tell you everything that sold in the past week so that you can see what kind of stuff I'm not only picking up but also selling. And I try to tell you how much it sold for, as well as how long I've held on to the item, and just any other things that I may have run into when it came to selling that particular item. And there are some doozies in this week's what sold with just mistakes that I made, or even just some great sales that maybe you can learn from. So I particularly really enjoy watching what sold videos as well as making them, because as fun as it is to see what people are picking up in their thrift hauls, it's also probably much more valuable to see what those people are actually selling at the end of the day, because it's not what you buy but what you are able to sell that affects your bank account. So without further ado, let's get into what sold in the first full week of September. So starting with September 2nd, which is a Monday, I sold this Coach purse, and you're gonna actually see a lot of Coach purses this week. For whatever reason, a bunch of the purses that I bought from a coworker of mine, she had sold me like, I think it was like 13 or 14 bags, and the majority of them were Coach purses, and one was a 9 West bag that actually sold this week too. So I've actually had these for a really long time, I think since last semester, and for whatever reason people are just now starting to buy these, for which I'm very thankful because they have been sitting in my closet for quite some time. So the first sale of this week was this Coach Poppy Hippie metallic pewter leather purse. That's just how I listed it. I have no idea what the majority of that means. It sold through offers to likers for $50, so after discounted shipping, I made $38.20 on that sale. I, in previous weeks, have not had a lot of luck with offers to likers, but this week you'll see that there are at least a couple sales that were made through offers to likers. So, you know, even if it's something that isn't working for you, try it over and over again. So like I said, offers to likers wasn't working, but rather than give up on it, I continue to send out offers to likers every evening on any item that gets likes, and sometimes people will bite, you know? So just because it doesn't work for you once doesn't mean that you should give it up altogether. One thing I will say about these Coach bags, like I said, I got a bunch of them at once, and I just don't know very much about Coach. I'm not a huge Coach fan, but I know that a lot of people are. And so what I did when I got these bags was I created an Instagram post about the bags saying, you know, these are the bags that I got. Does anyone know anything about them? And people on Instagram, especially within the reselling community, they really come through. And so many people messaged me, I remember, just kind of slid into my DMs and let me know a lot of valuable information about all of these bags. And it was so helpful because had I tried to do research on each individual bag, it would have taken me so long, and I honestly didn't even know where to start when it came to researching these bags. I've said it again and I will say it over and over again. If you're not on Instagram and you're a reseller, you're really missing out. The community over there is so vibrant and so helpful and so strong that they have answered so many of my questions. Even today, I asked the question about, you know, what happens if you accidentally charge too much for shipping on eBay? Can you send a refund or like a partial refund? And I had so many people respond saying, yes, you can. It's really simple. Da, 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 da. So it's a really wonderful community of people and a great platform to just learn much more about reselling. So if you're not over there, I highly suggest, you know, just jumping on over to Instagram. My Instagram, in case you're not following me yet, is at Becky Park on Poshmark, and I'd love to connect with you over there. Moving on, the next thing that I sold was another Coach item, but this was not a Coach purse. It was actually this pair of Coach sneakers, I guess that's what I'll call them, or like lace-up shoes. They were the Rimana logo casual lace-up shoes in a size 6. I bought these at a Goodwill over the summer, like toward the beginning of the summer, and someone just bought them at my full asking price of $34. They had been sitting in my closet for probably 3 to 4 months, and then someone just came along and bought them. So I made $27.20 on that sale. This person did only leave me 3 stars, and for the reason as to why, they just said other, and they did not go into any further detail. I don't know, and honestly, I'm not bothered by it. I used to be really bothered by people who left anything less than 5-star ratings, but at the end of the day, especially when it comes to Poshmark, I just like really don't care, because even if they leave you a 1-star rating, nobody sees it. Nobody sees it except for you, and you still get paid, so it's like, I mean, yeah, it is what it is. The next thing that sold on Poshmark was a 2-piece bundle. They were both items from my 4 for $25 sale, and I will link the video that I made about Poshmark sales right here, but I believe that they bundled these 2 items together and I sent them an offer of $12, leaving me with $9.05. So the first thing that sold was this pair of LuLaRoe leggings. This is something that I picked up probably during one of my first thrift trips as a reseller. That's when LuLaRoe was still kind of hot. Everyone was like freaking out about them. I don't pick them up anymore. I don't pick up anything LuLaRoe because no one wants it, and they can find it really easily at the thrift store on their own. So these were like very fall-ish, and I remember listing them last year and being like fall print because they were like maroon and cream, and it kind of looks like leaves. I mean, it's not a leaf print, but I mean, it could kind of pass for one. It is like one of those one-size-fits-all type deals. And then the second thing that sold was given to me for free, and it is a Sonoma embroidered sweater, just like a pretty basic gray sweater in a size large. And I think Sonoma is sold at Walmart, correct me if I'm wrong. It's not a high-end brand by any means. So those were my Poshmark sales, and moving on to eBay, I did have one sale on eBay, and it was this zero exposure outdoor racerback athletic dress in, I don't know what size it was, but it was like space dye print kind of. Someone had given it to me for free from my church, and I believe I had it listed for $20 over on eBay, or maybe I had it listed for like a little bit more. Yeah, I think I had it listed for a little bit more. Someone sent me an offer of $20, which I accepted, and so it sold on promoted listings, and with that 1% being factored in, and after I paid for $3.88 of shipping, I profited $13.32 on that dress. So that was pure profit because, like I said, that dress was given to me for free. And then the last thing that sold on the second was on Mercari, and it was just this pair of Under Armour boys like athletic pants in a size medium. They sold for $10 with free shipping, so I had to pay for shipping, which cost $3.88. So after Mercari's 10% cut and shipping, I was left with $5.12. I think I picked these up at the bin, so you know, it's not like I paid very much for them. I also didn't make very much for them, so I won't be picking up boys Under Armour stuff anymore unless I find like a lot of it and I can lot them together, but it definitely wasn't worth it for like the one item. On Tuesday, I only had one sale, and it was over on eBay, and it was a full price sale. I actually had like a good number of full price sales this week, which does not happen to me very often, but this is already out of like all of the things that I sold this week. This was my second full price sale of the week, but it was the Sony camera Handycam, I think that's what it says, Handycam soft carrying shoulder bag for cameras, and it was $19.99 plus they had to pay for shipping, so I made $17.39 off of that bag. I got this at a garage sale toward the beginning of the summer. I listed it pretty recently, so it really hasn't been listed for very long, but I like was trying to dabble in hard goods and just trying to like, you know, try something different than just clothes. So I remember I saw this at a garage sale with some other stuff, and I created a bundle, and I asked, you know, the people who were running the garage sale if they'd give me like this amount, and we kind of, you know, haggled back and forth a little bit, and then I think it came out to like maybe $3 or $4 for this. So it was cool to like try it out and experiment, and I'm happy it sold. On Wednesday, I had another full price sale over on Poshmark, and it was this pair of Sanctuary dark gray jogger utility pants in a size 29. I believe I got these at the bins maybe like the last time that I went. Sanctuary, you know, it's like hit or miss. Like sometimes it does really well and sometimes it's whatever. But these were really cute and I like the style of pants, and like I said, they were like a jogger pant, which is still kind of trendy. So they sold for $24, which was my asking price, and I made $19.20 off of that sale. And then over on eBay, I had another one of the bags from that big lot that I bought from my coworker cell. This was that 1-9 West bag. It was new with tags, and it was this crossbody like envelope flap over purse, and it had like a metallic strap. So it was just like a bunch of little like gold oval. What am I trying to say? It's almost midnight. Jody from, oh my gosh, I can't remember his like YouTube channel name right now, but Jody Matoma, he always comments about how he loves when I film at midnight because he thinks I'm really funny, but it's really just that I'm like delirious, and as you can tell, my voice is kind of going, like it's been a weekend, but it's okay. No, but the strap is made of whatever, like gold hardware, we'll just call it that, and I had it listed for maybe like $24, and someone sent me an offer of $22, which was super reasonable. I did say with free shipping, and shipping came out to $7.28 because it was kind of heavy, I think because of that like metallic strap thingy, and so I was still left with a profit of $11.64, and that sold through promoted listings, so I had to pay that additional percent for that. So Thursday kind of sucked because I only had one sale, and it was over on eBay, and an auction had ended, and for whatever dumb reason, I had this pair of pants start with an auction price of $3.40, but I had it with free shipping. So the pants ended up being super heavy, and shipping cost more than the pants were for their starting bid. So I had to pay $5.12 for shipping, so I actually ended up losing $1.72 off this sale. So annoying. It was this pair of Talbot's gray stretch career pants. They were like the Rayleigh fit, I think, in a size 10, and they were really heavy, like they were over a pound, I think, which I feel like most articles of clothing are not even a pound, but of course the one thing that sells for free shipping on an auction has to be super heavy. So that was kind of a bummer, but you know, you learn from your mistakes. So I know now to like triple check and make sure that when I am, you know, setting up auctions that I'm not accidentally selling them for free shipping. But lesson learned. On Friday the 6th, I had a really great sales day over on Poshmark, which like it's been a long time since I've had a good Friday over on Poshmark. So the first thing that sold was this LL Bean mid-weight quarter zip orange base layer in a size large. I don't know what that means. Like I don't really know what a base layer is, but I just knew that it was one because it said it on the inside of the garment. But I sent out offers to likers on this item for $20, so after discounted shipping, I made $14.20 on that sale. I do believe I picked that up at a Goodwill like many months ago. I think I've had that listed for close to a year. So I was happy to finally move it out through offers to likers. The next item also sold through offers to likers, and it was this really pretty Urban Outfitters Silence and Noise dark gray romper. It had like a 3/4 length sleeve, if I'm not mistaken, and then like shorts, but it was just really soft, really pretty. Rompers in general, though, just are not doing very well for me. I have some rompers in my closet that have been there for like over a year, so I think honestly at this point I'm not really gonna pick up rompers anymore. It seems like people just aren't, you know, wearing them, and that's fine. You know, fashion changes and you just have to keep up with the times. So I sent out an offer for $18, and after discounted shipping I made $12.80. I think I originally had that listed for around $24, so you know, I cut $6 off the price to make it much more appealing, and it worked. The next thing that sold on Friday was amazing. So somebody bundled 3 of those Coach bags from that initial, you know, 13 item lot that I got from my coworker, and sent me an offer of $80, which I was like, I mean, that's kind of low. I think like the original price of the bundle came out to like $160 or $150. I can't remember. So I countered with $100, fully expecting her to ghost me, but she accepted. So I was so thankful and so happy to finally move more of these bags and at, you know, pretty reasonable price. So $80 was my take home for those 3 bags. The first one was this Coach Glitter logo purple canvas small handbag. That is a mouthful. Basically, it was just like a small purple bag, and it had a handle like this. You just kind of carry over your shoulder. It had kind of like glittery or like metallic thread going throughout, and it had like those big C's, like, you know, that logo print on it. Whatever. Like I said, I don't really know very much about Coach, if you couldn't tell. The second bag was called the Coach Signature Madison Sabrina Op Art Satchel, and it was this really pretty like kind of pink bag, and it had like patent leather handles on it. It did have some marks on it, and I fully disclosed that it had like weird stains on the handles on like the patent leather, but then also there were some stains like on the outside of the bag. And actually, like, when I pulled them to pack them, I took a baby wipe to some of the stains, and some of them actually did come off, but there were still some stains that were left. But like I said, when I took pictures of the bag and listed it, I took pictures of all the flaws, all the stains, and I disclosed everything. And then the last bag that sold was the Coach Soho Optic Linen and Leather Buckle handbag. And that was like a little bit bigger than the purple bag, but you know, just kind of had like a flap over with the buckle, and it was a more neutral colored bag. Yeah, I don't know, linen blend, like I said, just, you know, a lot of Coach bags. And when I looked at this person's closet, they had a lot of Coach bags for sale. So I feel like they just like Coach, and maybe they like to have kind of like a revolving door of different Coach bags that they carry. And that's one of the cool things about Poshmark. Like, if you like to collect something, or you really like a brand, or, you know, if you're like a sneakerhead or something, you can kind of like buy stuff on Poshmark for pretty cheap, use it, wear it, and then when you're sick of it and you want a different style of that same brand or that same whatever, you can just sell it on Poshmark and use the money to, you know, keep buying new things that you want within that style, or sneakers or purses or whatever, you know. Am I even making sense? I don't know. But that's kind of cool with Poshmark that you can do that. So like I said, super thankful for that sale. And I was really worried at first that it was going to be over 5 pounds, but it was actually only like 4 pounds and 4 ounces or something. So I was really thankful that I didn't have to upgrade my shipping label, because that gets expensive. And then the last thing that I sold on Poshmark, I was also really thankful for. I had a friend give me a whole bunch of clothes like maybe over a year ago, and he said he has a lot more clothes for me to give me soon, which I'm really excited about because he has great taste. But he had given me a bunch of pants, and for whatever reason there were like 4 pairs of identical pants, and they were called the Cintas work pant, something like that. And so I had sold through 2 of them, and someone messaged me and said, hey, I want to buy, you know, all 4 of these pants. It says that you have 4 available in your listing. Can I do that? And I was like, well, shoot, I already sold through 2 of them, but you can definitely buy the last 2 if you want for $20 each, which would be $40. Would you be interested in that? And she was like, yes, I will do that. But because it was like a multi-quantity listing, she couldn't put 2 of them in her bundle, and I couldn't figure out how to get the 2 of them in her bundle either. So I just like kicked it old school and created a new listing for her, and just said that the listing had those 2 pants in it. So she got these 2 pair of Cintas work pants in a size 32 for $40, and so I made $32 off of those, and that was pure profit because my friend gave those to me for free well over a year ago. On Saturday over on Poshmark, I had one sale, and it's another item that I've had in my closet for a really long time. My friend actually gave me this bridesmaid dress that she had bought, and it was like a sample sale dress or something, but then she ended up not using it. I think that, you know, the bride for whom she was standing in her wedding for, that she like changed her wedding colors, or she just wanted her to get a different dress. I don't know. So she just was stuck with this dress and was like, do you want it? You can try to sell it. And I was like, okay. So it's by the brand Desage. I don't know how to pronounce it. And it's like this long navy halter dress in a size 10. And I just called it new without tags because she didn't end up using it. She never really wore it out. So I actually sent out offers to likers after I received a like on it one day for $30 with discounted shipping. So I made $22.20 on that sale, and that was pure profit as well because she gave me that dress for free. And actually I saw her today. She came over to play with my kids, and I was like, do you want the money that I made from that sale? And she's like, no, it's fine, you keep it. Like, I forgot I gave you that dress anyway. So I don't know, guys, like I just have awesome friends. I don't deserve them, but I mean, they're awesome. The next thing that sold on Saturday was on eBay, and it was this Zara girls black romper. I believe this was given to me by someone at my church who likes to give me clothes from her daughter when they get too small on her. So I didn't give this to my daughter because my daughter actually doesn't like rompers. I think it's like, she doesn't like the fact that when you go to the bathroom, you have to like, you know, pull the whole thing down, and she thinks it's super weird. So I ended up just, you know, putting it on eBay. And my friend at church also knows that, like, if I'm not going to give it to my daughter, that I'll sell it or I'll give it to Goodwill, and she's totally fine with that. So this was weird because I had it listed for, I think I had it listed for like $15, but then for some dumb reason, shipping was listed as $10.85. And obviously this tiny little romper, it's like for a size, it was like in a size 8 or something. It's not going to cost $10.85 or 35 cents, whatever it was. It's not going to cost that much to ship it. So I don't know why that's what I listed it as. And I swear, like, I didn't put $10.35. Like, I would never write that amount, but for whatever reason, that's what it had charged. So this person sent me an offer for $12, but when I received her offer and saw that that's how much she was gonna have to pay for shipping, I was like, So I messaged her, and I actually sent her a counter offer with a message, and I sent her a counter offer for $5, which is half of what she offered me. But I explained to her that, like, for whatever reason, the shipping amount came out to so much, so I didn't want her to have to pay that much, and by me sending her a counter offer for half the price that she had originally offered me, we would kind of balance it out, and she accepted. And so I still made $11.40 off of that sale because shipping was so crazy. Shipping only came out to $3.18, but I had charged $10.35. I don't know what happened. And it sold through promoted listings, so I got 1% less than I would have had it not been sold through promoted listings. And then this was really cool. I had my first sale on the reselling platform Relove. Relove is like a new reselling platform that just started not even a year ago, so they're still definitely in their growing phases. And what happened was someone made an offer, but I didn't get a notification for it. But what happened was someone who works at Relove texted me and was like, hey, you got an offer, like, make sure you go into your app and see what it's all about, and, you know, accept it if you like it and whatever. So you know, that text message actually turned into this big, long conversation back and forth because their payout structure and the way that they show you how much you're going to, you know, get in your bank account is really confusing, to be honest with you. And the person on the other end of the text message conversation was like, yeah, it's pretty confusing. A lot of people are really confused, so we're going to change it. But I actually wrote about my experience, you know, talking to this person on my Instagram. And it was like the best customer service I have ever experienced in my entire life. So for that reason alone, let me just say, like, I highly recommend trying to sell your stuff over on Relove too. I will link, you know, my referral code down below if you want to try it out. Just try maybe cross-posting a few things over there. And they have this really cool system too. Like, again, I need to just play around with it some more, but like, if you share something from someone else's closet, and someone buys it as a result of you sharing it, you actually get a cut of that person's sales. Like, it's really weird and bizarre and interesting, but it's really cool because they're trying a lot of new things, knowing that there are already a lot of reselling platforms out there, but they're not trying to just be another Poshmark, but they're trying to do some different things. So definitely check them out. Regardless, I sold this Urban Outfitters Silence and Noise scuba knit skirt, and it was like very heavily pleated. It was white with like a black band, and it was in a size large. I only ended up making $5 off of it, and I still don't really understand or know to this day what the person offered for it. All I know is that I made $5. And whatever, it's fine. Like, I'm fine with it. That brings us to today, which is Sunday the 8th, and it was a pretty decent day of sales. The first thing that sold was a 4 for $25 bundle. As you know, I have like an eternal 4 for $25 sale where I throw just kind of like items that are maybe just too basic to ask a lot of money for, or older inventory. And basically I'm just hoping that people will bundle many items together, resulting in a greater sale than just something like a basic t-shirt that probably would sit in my closet forever, because who wants to buy a basic t-shirt and then pay $7 in shipping on top of that for it? No one. So, the hope is that by enticing people to bundle things, they will possibly even bundle like some of these more basic items together, and they know that they're going to save on shipping that way. So that's what I think happened here with this bundle. The first item that sold was this Gap cotton blue soft button down, and it wasn't like denim material, although it kind of looks like it could be like chambray or denim, but it really wasn't denim. It was just like a really soft cotton, and it was in a size medium. The next thing that sold was this Nikki 6, I've never heard of this brand, Nikki 6 distressed pair of skinny jeans in a size 28. They were really cute, and they were given to me for free by someone at my church, but I'd never heard of this brand. Like, I almost feel like maybe they're from Korea, but yeah, they were really cute. And then the next item that sold in this bundle was by the brand Miami, which is I think more of like a juniors brand. And this was made of 100% cotton, and it was like a denim material, and it was a button up in a size small. You'll notice that the 3 shirts she got are very similar. And then the last thing that sold in this bundle was this Banana Republic denim button-up shirt in a size small. So she got 3 like denim or blue button-up shirts, and I mean, that's cool. Like, I'm glad she was able to find them at such a great price. And then that 1 pair of jeans. So she sent me an offer for $25, or maybe I sent her the offer, but I really think she sent it to me. And then I made $20 on that sale. The next thing that sold was also from my 4 for $25 sale, but it was just 1 item, and it was this pair of new with tags Eddie Bauer velveteen pants, and they were like velvet pants. I think that they were gray, and I believe I got them at the Indianapolis Goodwill bins like maybe the first or second time that I went. And the only reason I got them is because they were new with tags, because I don't really pick up Eddie Bauer, and like they didn't get any likes, any attention in my closet, but they finally sold. Someone sent me an offer for $13, so I made $10.05 on those pants. Now today was closet clear out over on Poshmark, and what I like to do when it's closet clear out is if anyone likes an item on a closet clear out day, I will send them a message saying, hey, today's closet clear out, so I can drop the price of your item to blank, and Poshmark will cover $1.80 of your shipping costs. Would you be interested in doing that? And I like to do that rather than just like randomly drop prices, because then I don't have to go back and raise the prices again once closet clear out is done, and I can really just target specific people who like those items in that moment. And somebody said yes when I sent her that little message, and it was for this Talbot's dress. It was beautiful. It was called the Black Moss Crepe Dress, like shirt dress, I think is what it was called, and it had this gorgeous like scallop neckline, and I believe I had it listed for $32. I offered it to her for $26, and she was very excited about it, so I made $20.80 off of that dress. This dress got a lot of attention, and it got a lot of lowball offers, so I'm glad I waited it out for, the right buyer. And when I went to her closet, I noticed that she had a lot of Talbot's items for sale in the same size as this dress. It happened to be a size 14, so I could tell that she loved Talbot's, and this seemed like a perfect fit. So I was so happy about that sale. The next thing that sold on Poshmark was this pair of Zara velvet leggings, and someone sent me an offer for these for $10, which I thought was kind of low. I had them listed for $22. So I sent her a counter of $18, and then she countered back with $12, at which point I was ready to just let them go, because I had them for, a few months now. I believe I got them at Goodwill, so my profit margins weren't huge on this, but that's okay. I made $9.05 off of those leggings. And then over on eBay, I had another full price sale. My coworker who gave me all of those purses actually also just donated a bunch of random stuff between her and her husband. And one thing was this pair of 9 West Nuncio red crocodile print pumps. They were pretty messed up on the inside, on the inner lining. They were very cracked and peely, which I obviously took pictures of and disclosed. So I had them listed for $17.99. plus they paid for shipping. And like I said, someone just bought them at the full asking price. So I made $15.65 on that sale, which is much more than I expected to get for them. So that was really exciting. And then the last thing that sold today and for the week was this Beats by Dr. Dre soft headphone case, and I bought this at the Goodwill bins, I believe the last time that I went with like a bunch of people who are either from around here or from like the Indianapolis area. And I found 2 of them at the bins that day. So I had initially lotted them together. I was trying to sell them as a pair, but then someone on Mercari messaged me and was like, I really just want one. Would you be willing to sell me just one? So I was like, fine. I had them listed for $14 with free shipping. And so I was like, do you want one for $7? And she was like, yes. So after the free shipping and Mercari's cut, I only made $3.60 off that sale. It probably wasn't worth it. They're not worth a whole lot. I did not like check comps before I bought them, but you know, it was like an experiment. I was at the bins. It wasn't a huge deal. So total, at the end of the week, I made $314.75 on Poshmark, $67.75 on eBay. And by the way, I sold 20 items over on Poshmark, 6 items on eBay, and then I sold 2 items on Mercari with a grand total of $8.72, and 1 item on Relove for a grand total of $5. My total profit for the week was $396.22. I'm kind of irritated at how close to $400 that is, but that's okay. So basically $400, and that is the amount that goes in my bank account. That is after all the fees, after all like discounted shipping or like free shipping that I pay over on eBay. That's what's going in my bank account. Of those items, let's see, 22 were women's pieces, 3 were men's pieces, 2 were children's pieces, and 2 were hard goods. 6 of those items were bags. So bags were like a big seller this week for me, which like I said, I'm really excited about because I had paid a decent amount for that big lot of Coach bags. And I was asking myself like, is it worth it? So at this point I have definitely made my money back and then some, which is really nice. But I think from here on out, I don't know that I'm gonna pick up Coach bags unless they're like super, super cheap. Anyway, that is everything that I sold this week. And like I said, I made more than double what I made last week, because last week I only made $150 and this week I made basically $400. And really what I did to increase my sales was I was just consistent. Like I was just consistent with listing every day, and I tried to list like anywhere from 5 to 10 items every single day and cross list all those items over to eBay and Mercari, and that has been helping me out a whole lot. And I know that I sound like a broken record, but really like I feel like I've been able to cross list so much more consistently because of List Perfectly. If you are not using List Perfectly to cross list, I'm just gonna tell you right now, you are spending a lot more time on cross listing than you need to. If you wanna check out List Perfectly, I do have an affiliate link for it down below, but it has absolutely transformed what it's like to cross list for me, and I will be actually doing a video on it soon. But if you want to know what's coming up next, I believe I'm gonna have part 1 of a haul of just all free stuff that I got from friends, in case you ever wanted to know what kind of stuff I get for free from people. So that's coming out later this week. If you like this video, make sure that you give it a big thumbs up, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos and you're not subscribed yet, make sure that you subscribe and hit the notification bell to be alerted whenever I upload a video. Thank you guys so much. I hope you had an amazing week of sales, and I hope you have a wonderful week ahead of you. Thank you and bye.